Hello all, welcome to the Engthink channel. In today's video, I will show to you a good tip that can save you in case of some issue in your e-bike display. So basically the purpose of this video is show to you a way to operate your e-bike without the e-bike display. So let's suppose that your e-bike display is damaged. So in this case, you cannot turn on and operate your e-bike. So in this case, this video is for you and could help you in case some necessity for e-bike damage display, right? So first of all, let me introduce the e-bike test bench that I'm having here. It's very simple. Basically, I'm having here the motor controller, throttle, battery pack, motor, and also my e-bike display, right? So as you can see, if you turn on the e-bike display and then you use the throttle, you accelerate, you can see that the motor will spin. So means that the e-bike is operating normally. But if you lost your e-bike display, in this case, I'm just simulating turn off, then you can see that if you use the throttle, you see that the motor will not spin. So let's suppose that the e-bike display you cannot turn on, maybe have some issue in the button, or maybe it's completely damaged for water ingress, or some object drop here and then you cannot turn on more your e-bike. So I will explain how to escape for this situation. Basically, let's start by the wiring, but because the secret is in the wiring. So if you look here, I just use some extension to be more easy to identify, but these two connectors will be together, right? This is just extension. So let me explain the function of each wire. Basically, we are having here the red wire, that is the positive, that will have the voltage between the red wire and also the black wire, right? The black wire is the negative and the red wire is the positive, right? Then you have more two wires that is related to the communication. There is a protocol to indicate all the information here in the e-bike display. For example, the speed and everything passed through these two wires here that is related to the communication, right? We have TX and RX, and then these two wires will be responsible for make the communication with the controller, right? Then you can change some parameter. You can see the data from here by these two wires here, right? This is because everything is connected to the controller, right? You can see the throttle, even the brakes, you have a lot of things, battery, you have a lot of things connected to the motor controller. So through these two wires, you can get the information from the motor controller. But then you have the last wire, that is the blue wire. So the blue wire usually is the lock wire, and with this wire, you just can completely disable your e-bike if you just remove from the e-bike display. So let's remove here. So then you have immediately the error number 10, right? And your e-bike will not operate it anymore. This is because it's necessary to have power here, to have the usually the voltage of the battery in this wire here through the controller. So when I turn on the e-bike display, this blue wire will send the battery voltage. They will make some connection between the red wire and the blue wire and send the voltage through this wire here to the motor controller. So if I connect back, as you can see, let me do the connection here. Okay, I just make the connection, immediately the error gone, and also the motor will spin again when I use the throttle, right? So everything back normal when I have the connection between the blue wire. So let's imagine that I completely lost the e-bike display. Let's disconnect everything here. As you can see, the throttle will not operate anymore. So let's say that I don't have more my e-bike display, right? For this case, you have an alternative that is use a jumper wire like this. So basically it consists of make a jumper between the red wire and the blue wire. So when you do this, you are enable the motor controller without your e-bike display. Just this. Just make a short circuit between these two wires, and then you have back the operation of your e-bike without e-bike display. So this will be useful in case that you have some damage or your e-bike display is not powering on anymore, or let's say that you have some damage in the cable, right? For example, if you damage in this cable here. So this will be useful for you to return to your home or maybe go to some workshop without pushing your e-bike, and then you can save some efforts using your e-bike without any e-bike display. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope that this will be useful for you, and see you soon in the next video.